Hello everyone, welcome to Abhyarthi IAS, Day 4 of Target UPSC Prelims MCQ 2024. Let us begin. With reference to Convention on Biological Diversity, consider the following statements. Convention on Biological Diversity is the first international legal agreement to cover all aspects of biological diversity. India has ratified all the protocols under the Convention on Biological Diversity. The National Biodiversity Authority was established in the year India became party of Convention on Biological Diversity. We have to select how many of the statements given above are not correct. So the answer would be A, that is statement number 3 is incorrect. Statement number 1 and 2 are correct. Statement number 1 is correct, as Convention on Biological Diversity is the first global legal agreement to cover all aspects of biological diversity. कन्वेंशन ऑन बायोलॉजिकल डाइवर्सिटी ये एक इंटरनेशनल ट्रीटी है जिसका एम है टू कंजर्व बायोडाइवर्सिटी एंड यूज इट्स कंपोनेंट सस्टेनेबली एंड शेयर द बेनिफिट्स ऑफ जेनेटिक रिसोर्सेज फेयरली एंड इक्विटेबली। इस कन्वेंशन को अडॉप्ट किया गया था 1992 में अर्थ समिट जो कि रियो डी जनेरो में हुई थी एंड इसको 196 नेशंस ने अभी तक रेटिफाई कर दिया है। कन्वेंशन ऑन बायोलॉजिकल डाइवर्सिटी इज लीगली बाइंडिंग एंड कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑफ पार्टी इसकी गवर्निंग बॉडी है। इसका सेक्रेटेरिएट है मॉन्ट्रियल कनाडा में। स्टेटमेंट 2 is correct because there are 3 total protocols which are covered under the Convention on Biological Diversity. These are Nagoya Protocol on Access and Benefit Sharing, Cartagena Protocol on Biosafety, and Nagoya and Kuala Lumpur Supplementary Protocol on Liability and Redress to the Cartagena Protocol on Biosafety. And India इन तीनों ही protocols का signatory है। Cartagena Protocol इंडिया ने साइन की थी 2003 में, whereas India ratified the Nagoya Protocol in 2012 and India ratified Nagoya Kuala Lumpur Supplementary Protocol in 2014. Statement 3 is incorrect because India ने ratify किया था Convention on Biological Diversity in 1994, whereas National Biodiversity Authority 2003 में establish की गई थी under the provisions of Biological Diversity Act of 2002. Next question. With reference to shelf clouds, consider the following statements. Shelf clouds are usually associated with solid line of storms. Shelf clouds rotate on a vertical axis, sometimes strongly. These clouds are smaller and more compact than wall clouds. How many of the statements given above are correct? So the answer would be A, that is only statement number 1 is correct. And statement number 2 and 3 are incorrect. Shelf cloud क्या होते हैं? Shelf clouds are type of low-lying horizontal cloud. They are formed along the leading edge of thunderstorm. Why shelf clouds were in news? Because recently उत्तराखंड में shelf cloud के formation को देखा गया and इसकी काफी videos भी viral हुई. Statement 1 is correct because shelf clouds are often associated with a solid line of storms. Likewise, statement 2 is incorrect because shelf cloud appear to rotate on a horizontal axis, whereas in the question we were given that they rotate on a vertical axis, which would be incorrect. Mainly cumulonimbus clouds, they are associated with the formation of shelf clouds. Shelf cloud बनने के पीछे क्या phenomena है? Whenever a cold down draft जो कि cumulonimbus cloud से ओरिजिनेट होता है एंड इट रीचेस ग्राउंड, तो उसकी वजह से कोल्ड एयर जो होती है वो ग्राउंड पे फैल जाती है एंड कोल्ड एयर के सिंक होने की वजह से जो पहले से एग्जिस्टिंग वार्म एयर है इट इज पुश्ड अपवर्ड्स। तो इस वार्म एयर के राइज होने की वजह से क्या होता है कि जो वाटर वेपर कंडेंस होते हैं उससे जो फॉर्मेशन बनती है क्लाउड्स की, वो ऐसे लगता है कि जैसे वेरियस टाइप ऑफ शेल्फ्स होती हैं उनको एक तरह से स्टैक करके लगा दिया गया है, तो इसकी वजह से शेल्फ क्लाउड्स जो हैं वो फॉर्म होते हैं। स्टेटमेंट 3 इज इनकरेक्ट बिकॉज जो वॉल क्लाउड्स होते हैं दे रोटेट ऑन ए वर्टिकल एक्सिस एंड जो वॉल क्लाउड होते हैं दे आर मच स्मॉलर एंड मोर कंपैक्ट देन शेल्फ क्लाउड एंड दे आर यूजुअली अंडर अ रेन फ्री क्लाउड बेस। The phenomena of formation of shelf cloud is perfectly captured in this picture. It shows that how the cold air is sinking and warm air is rising and the formation of shelf cloud is taking place. Next question. With reference to Kars Plateau, consider the following statements. It is situated on the hills of Sahyadri range in the Western Ghats. The Kars Plateau is made of igneous rocks. It is a part of UNESCO World Natural Heritage Site list. How many of the statements given above are correct? So the answer would be C. यहाँ पे D दिया गया है which would be incorrect. Answer होगा C. All of the statements are correct. Statement number 1 and 3 are correct because जो Kars Plateau है, it is situated on the high hills of Sahyadri range in the Western Ghats. वेस्टर्न घाट्स को महाराष्ट्र एंड कर्नाटका स्टेट में सह्याद्री भी कहा जाता है. कास प्लेटू ये सतारा डिस्ट्रिक्ट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र में पाया जाता है. बेसिकली जो कास प्लेटू है इट इज मेड अप ऑफ इग्नियस रॉक्स. तो स्टेटमेंट 2 इज ऑल्सो करेक्ट. एंड कास प्लेटू इज अ पार्ट ऑफ वेस्टर्न घाट बायोस्फीयर रिजर्व which is declared as a UNESCO World Natural Heritage Site in 2012. ड्यूरिंग द मानसून कास प्लेट्यू में बहुत सारे वाइल्ड फ्लावर्स की प्रजातियां पाई जाती हैं, तो इसलिए इसको वैली ऑफ फ्लावर्स भी कहा जाता है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. विद रेफरेंस टू शॉर्ट लिव्ड हेलोजेंस SLH, consider the following statements. Short-lived halogens emissions from the ocean are same across the world. Short-lived halogens are naturally produced by algae and phytoplankton in the ocean. So in this question, we have to select whether statement 2 is the best and correct explanation for statement 1. So the answer would be, just a second, answer would be D. That is statement 1 is incorrect, but statement 2 is correct. Why short-lived halogens were in news? Because according to a study published in Nature, which is a journal of science, short-lived halogens released by the oceans could increase their cooling contribution to the planet by 18 to 31%. So statement 1 is incorrect because short-lived halogens के emissions they are not same across the oceans in the world. Because near the continent the emissions are small while they are bigger in polar regions and in some places which have higher ozone levels. Likewise, statement 2 is correct. Why? Because short-lived halogens are produced naturally by living organisms like phytoplankton and algae which are found in oceans. So basically what are halogens? Halogens are family of non-metal elements. They are found in group 17 of the periodical table and they consist of 6 elements which are fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, astatine and tennessine. मोस्टली देखा जाता है कि जो हेलोजेंस इन्वायरमेंट में पाए जाते हैं दे आर इन द फॉर्म ऑफ आयन्स और कंपाउंड्स बिकॉज दे आर हाईली रिएक्टिव सो दैट इज वाई दे एग्जिस्ट इन एलिमेंटेड फॉर्म्स एंड इनकी जो एलिमेंटल फॉर्म्स हैं दे आर शॉर्ट लिव्ड एंड दे बेसिकली एग्जिस्ट एज डायएटॉमिक मॉलिक्यूल्स. ओशियंस जो होते हैं दे आर द लार्जेस्ट रिजर्वोयर्स ऑफ बायो अवेलेबल क्लोरीन, ब्रोमीन एंड आयोडीन. सो बेसिकली these short-lived halogens have a lifetime of less than 6 months in atmosphere and they are naturally found in oceans. Oceans play a significant role in moderating the climate. They cool the planet by releasing short-lived halogens such as chlorine, bromine and iodine. At present, ये जो halogens हैं, they contribute about 8 to 10% of cooling of the planet. But it has been estimated by the recent studies done by Nature Journal that 18 to 31% of the cooling of planet would be done by these short-lived halogens. It has to be noted here that the effect of short-lived halogens on methane is opposite. That is, they increase the methane's lifetime in atmosphere by destroying hydroxyl radicals. Moreover, halogen also increase the level of water vapor, which is also a greenhouse gas in the atmosphere, and this contributes to increasing warming effect on the planet. Moreover, the short-lived halogens they reduce the formation of cooling aerosols. But if we have to look at the net effect of the short-lived halogens, they produce a net cooling effect. Next question. With reference to Arabian Sea, consider the following statements. The Arabian Sea has witnessed a more than 50% increase in the frequency of cyclonic storms since 2001. Statement 2. The sea surface temperature over the Arabian Sea has drastically increased in recent decades due to massive undersea eruptions. So from the below given options, we have to select whether statement 2 provides the best and correct explanation for statement 1. So the answer would be C. That is, statement number 1 is correct, but statement number 2 is incorrect. So according to a recent study, the sea surface temperature over the Arabian Sea has increased by 1.2 degrees Celsius to 1.4 degrees Celsius in recent decades. And as per a research paper published in Nature journal, there is a 52% increase in frequency of cyclonic storm during 2001 to 2019 time period in Arabian Sea, while there is a decrease of 8% in Bay of Bengal. Because the main reason behind this increasing intensity of cyclonic storm over the Arabian Sea is rising ocean temperature and increased availability of moisture due to the global warming. In the question, we were given that the increased cyclonic activity in Arabian Sea is linked to undersea eruptions, which would be incorrect. So this is all for today. Thank you for discussion. Please like the video and subscribe to Abhyati IAS.